Welcome back to what could be the conclusion of today's broadcast as Barrage up 1-0 in a best of 3 looks to close out the cleanup crew.
Yeah, definitely going to be an exciting game too. I want to see a little bit more dual lane life coming out. They played very scared. And I think that's just because first game finals, like we made it, and you can definitely tell. You could.
One time, Envy was here scrimming, and no one would scrim them. They were the top seed. And you guys screamed like a pickup group of like Shewas, Purified Dust, the best. And Puri just like bodied Allied in lane and started talking all this doo-doo, right? And then you're like, oh my god, you beat Freya in lane, you're so good. She's supposed to lose, and starts jumping around the room and kicking things over.
No, because they were actually bragging about beating Freya in lane.
But the story here is that Freya, who you have broken things over, just beat a Medusa in the 1v1.
I mean, you can do that, but being that far ahead early game, getting the first blood on the Sobek, that's a little bit, I don't know.
Shouldn't
sketch.
happen.
Yeah.
So things need to be fixed. Let's go into game 2 and see if they can clean it up on the cleanup crew.
Starting off here, get a couple bans out. I would like to see an Isis ban. I feel like the Isis was a big deal in terms of early mid-game. We saw the early ball rotation.
By the way, you admit that you got bodied, right?
I was Freya. Come on, man. Like, Freya's like you lose everything, especially in Season 2.
Yeah, until you start three-shotting people.
Yeah. Just give me 30 minutes. That's my motto. But, like I mentioned, I would like to see an Isis ban, and we got it. Isis is banned away. Quang and Geb and Chiron, all banned. All taken off.
Cleanup crew, first pick option. Who had Barrage had first pick last time, right? Yeah, they picked up the Isis. So cleanup crew taking the first pick this time. Athena available, Khepri available.
Athena was banned out last time.
Yeah.
They can definitely get it. Chiron's such a common ban, it seems like. Guan Yu, Watson.
Yo, for real. Like, that's something you got to deal with. Athena's going to be the first pick. Barrage option.
Just get Watson's Guan.
Just do it.
Grab it.
Just strap on them Nikes.
It was beautiful. Even against the Vamana, he had full advantage the whole laning phase.
Well, Janus.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, right? Like, can never go wrong. He fits onto every comp in the game. He is the most versatile character in Smite.
Oh, what a classic global alt comp. Thor Janus going to be holding down the mid jungle for Barrage.
You sound upset.
It's just, oh, it's so hard to deal with this. Like the global ults, you can't even position against this.
Don't worry, man. It's in your past now. You don't got to worry about it.
Yeah, you're
right. They can't hurt you anymore.
I'm casting now. Oh, thank you.
Fenrir. Okay.
I like this.
Okay.
Maybe if he gets the runes online for his passive, able to jump onto the Janus on the Thor.
Soul as well.
That could be dual lane or mid lane, actually.
Yeah.
So.
And Fenrir could be solo or jungle, so there's a lot of flex pick potential with these three characters. No one is locked into a role whatsoever. Even Athena could be jungle.
Or solo.
Or solo. Dude, teleport Athena is
Omega likes
nightmare.
it.
It's a nightmare.
He likes it. Last time I talked to him, he's like, yeah, I like Athena solo. I'm like, woohoo, that's cool. Khepri third pick.
I don't know how Khepri
Athena
made it. I think what happened was like
I just got that too. I was like, wait, Khepri's banned, right? Oh wait. Pick third? What?
I think like Athena gets picked and Barrage thinks, all right, they're not going to put Athena in jungle or solo, so we'll just grab Khepri later on, and it worked.
Just cracking my brain as Odin banned away here for Barrage.
Okay.
And I respect that. The Guan Yu, they didn't pick Guan Yu either. Watson. I mean, I guess they wouldn't need it. After Watson's performance, I think he could play almost anything and probably perform. Like, he definitely stood out the most in terms of soul and carry potential.
Neath getting banned, okay. I like the fact, though, that Barrage is not opting for the Thanatos again, because that was not great.
It definitely could have been better. I think it did the bare minimum of what they needed him to do, and that's what counts.
Freya
right?
bans.
Ooh.
How do you feel?
I'd be feeling like $1 million. If I was on Barrage, I'd be like, yes, pwns. Like, get owns. But now the Rama gets locked in.
Okay.
I dig this.
Yeah, over the Hou-Yi?
I don't dig that, but I appreciate it because you're going to get Rama a free laning phase into mid to late game. And remember, Xbox, games go longer naturally.
That's
I've learned
true.
this from firsthand experience myself.
Wukong going to be picked up. More than likely now going to be the solo, Fenrir jungle, Athena definitely going to be going to support. Medusa Soul still have a flex. Could go in either direction, but I'm going to assume that Medusa is going to reprise her role in the dual lane.
Yeah. Hopefully it's a little bit cleaner this time around.
See, normally I would say Medusa has the advantage early game over Ram. She has the probably superior clear, but
After last game, I don't know.
right,
anymore.
exactly. I mean,
Anything
Freya
can
was
happen.
out clearing Medusa, and there's a Vamana. I like Barrage's comp, man. I do.
Barrage I mean, this was a clean draft. Let's get our mid jungle, one of the best supports. In fact, the best support in the game.
Yeah.
And then we'll just get our dual lane set up and with a nice Vamana at the end. Can't really mess this up. CleanUpCrew, however,
Well,
they have to work a little bit harder in terms of team fight and early game laning phase to just get this W.
Man, Khepri keeps a lot of things safe. We're in the game, and it looks like, okay, it's going to be our ADC.
Especially on Xbox, so you have to consider this, right? If you're picking Khepri into a team fight, he has the ability to revive someone.
Right.
In a game about picking people. So you're trying to pick that one person, he revives it, well, there goes your whole plan.
Another 25% on a Vamana who could then get out of the fight, teleport back in for 2.5 health bars total. Like, what are you
And it's just
do?
naturally harder compared to PC, keyboard, and mouse. It's so much harder to actually lock someone down, hit all of your abilities. You're going to miss. It happens. It's just the nature of controller. However, it's even worse when you're dealing with a Khepri revive. So I would like to see that banned like next game,
So
if it goes to game 3.
these guys don't have great clear here. Medusa and Soul really don't have a way to hit both camps, which means Medusa's going to take a lot of damage here.
I like the attempt for the acid spray, but I'm pretty sure they didn't connect.
No, I don't think it's it.
And very slow clear coming out of CleanUpCrew. They're not going to actually be able to even contest lane, I don't think, because remember, this is Khepri Rama.
Look at that Medusa health. Already down almost 200 health.
Oh, I
this
just caught
stage.
that. Danny's playing Medusa mid.
What? What about that?
That's cool. I like that. Danny. I feel like his Chronos was okay last game, right?
Yeah. He likes auto attackers, it seems. Perhaps pigeonholing himself into a certain comp. Fenrir's here. Does he have his runes?
Couldn't tell you. But, I don't know. Fudge
I think
might
he would have
be-
jumped there if he had them.
Yeah.
So far, 1 level in Brutalize, 1 level in Unchained, so high damage, of course.
I think what they want to do is push the next wave, get complete lane control, because they should be able to outpush here. And then they'll go take mid-left Harpies. Janus cannot full clear the wave yet, so it should be clean Harpies for Barrage. I like the decision-making there. We're not going to go for Harpies yet. Wait for next wave and get the guaranteed confirmed Harpies after we full clear the wave.
Oh, Bean getting his passive lock there. Left side camps, it looks like, will be going to blue team. So far, all sides of the CleanUpCrew seem to be winning their lanes. Wukong right now, as you see, pressured back a little bit, but keeping even pace with the Vamana.
Wukong versus Vamana. I've never seen this match in Season 3 yet, because Omega always tells me Wukong is just terrible.
I mean, I don't think Wukong is unplayable by any stretch of the imagination. I think he's just pretty average in a scene where solo laners are extremely above average.
Yes.
Vamana's endgame right now is just untouchable. Same thing for Guan Yu. DannyG, decent damage. We're going to get a rotation from Wukong? No, sitting in lane. No pressure whatsoever. In fact, Boar is still available as well. Fudge making a very strange and rather unfruitful rotation.
Missing on a lot of early game experience, and now he's actually falling behind. They haven't done anything aggressive with this Fenrir Medusa. They haven't even tried to poke out the enemy laners. They're kind of giving Thor and Janus a free laning phase with no pressure at all, if you noticed.
Cobby actually not getting a great shot there for the Stellar Burst. Will miss most of the experience here without help from the Athena, or rather most of the gold. A lot of them getting hit by the tower there because Bean threw out a rather off the mark too. Also, she still has the best voice in the game.
So?
Yeah, I love it.
I
Kaboom.
like it too, yeah.
Kaboom.
It's cute. Rama actually stepping up, forces Medusa's, I mean not Medusa's, but Soul's disperse. But yeah, both people kind of just laning, which I like. Vamana trying to actually steal the boars right now, and Danny, he notices they just kind of let that go for free. They're not even gonna try to stop him. Vamana just grabbing boars.
And that's 2 pigs. That's not 1 pig. That's 2 pigs.
Yeah.
In this patch.
Double the experience compared to next batch. So
Wukong.
Watson doing what he did last game, being a big old
Whoa!
bully.
Why would he ox away and not Tiger in? That was a guaranteed like 200 something damage he could have thrown out and forced Watson's hand there. Instead, he's going to just not clear the wave, miss a bunch of damage, and be forced under his tower while missing gold.
The theme I've noticed from CleanUpCrew, very scared, defensive. So
It's not even defensive, it's cowardice.
Yes. Very,
Like, look at this right now. Like, she just lost a creep to the wave because she walked all the way to her tower line for no reason.
Yeah, they aren't taking up. They're not really being proactive and taking opportunities to be aggressive or set the pace of the game. They're being very just reactive, if you can even call it that, as they lose their red buff now.
I mean, they lost their pigs on right, they lost their red on left. This is going to start spiraling. CleanUpCrew had a pretty decent lead within the first couple of minutes. You saw the experience and gold spike up as they were taking mid camps and such, and now the 600 gold down, 1,000 experience.
That's mostly just them not farming correctly, not confirming their buffs, and picking overall weird matchups. I mean, the Medusa Fenrir should probably be the best matchup here, as this is so aggressive. You can't really deal with this. As that's the first jump in, and it didn't even connect. That was actually the first aggressive jump in he did.
I think that's the first jump I've seen.
Yeah.
And he just kind of threaded the needle there. Didn't hit the mid, didn't hit the support. Everyone managed to get away safely. I thought after that he would tilt and go for the brutalize. I'm glad he didn't.
It's a very passive early game so far. Mostly out of the blue team. I feel like Barrage is doing the correct thing. They recognize that we don't want to fight this mostly early game mid jungle. We're going to kind of walk around this and we're just going to take your buffs. And if you're there, you're there. If not, we're just taking it for free. And I dig it.
Brutalized for the wave, strangely enough. And that was an AoE, which means all 5 of his runes have been wasted. He jumps back, and it looks like we'll head back to the base as well. Medusa's got her Transcendence online, Athena with boots already. Soul, however, has not backed and is now sitting well into her Doom Orb, about 100 over.
Being gonna back right this second.
Look at this jungle. Look at this. See these graphs with these junglers?
Yeah. That is insane.
I don't think I've ever seen both junglers do no damage by 5 minutes.
Shouts to Weekend.
Shout outs to Weekend. Shout outs to Captain Twig.
Shouts to Shout outs to Captain Twig. But yeah,
poor Weekend gets all the hate. Captain Twig had a game too, you know. We saw that.
Right. You're right. I will say, they've had the opportunity to do damage though. Like,
well, we saw the Fenrir jump in.
Yeah, Lycan and Fudge easily had opportunities to like, hey, let's be aggressive. Let's like set the pace of the game. At least like Barrage invaded, but like he's just missing auto tags. He's trying.
Oh, okay, we're going for it. Khepri should be able to res himself at very worst here. And he's stuck under the tower. Oh, a little bit early on that ultimate. Medusa. Oh,
no, you gotta be hurting. Danny was just a little bit too early.
Did you hear production? Someone's just like, oh my god.
that hurts. But Danny just a little bit too early, missing the Medusa ult. And
that was painful.
Yeah, I mean that was actually the little bit of damage needed there before Khepri got away from the beautiful Janus portal. So still,
Vamana used their beam, just taking shots to the chest. Why are you allowing this to happen? Stellar Burst will not clear the entire wave just yet. Rotation over, they're trying for it. Taunt's going to be good. Is there a follow-up? Fenrir going to let that one go. And Rama will stay safe for now.
If Fudge had ult, I think it would have been a lot better, but he used it on the Khepri that should have died for first blood. But what can you do? Danny, actually all by himself, doesn't have ult available, forced to
He's going in?
last right away.
Oh, not going to go in. And smart, look at the rotation. Jump in, Fenrir, decent damage, gets the stun. Janus walking away. The god of doors. It's a cool god, man.
Yeah.
Like,
go across the world and back.
Oh, wait, look at this. Yeah, we got Thor going. He's looking for Medusa. He's got the tail end. Wall on the wrong side, though.
Yeah, sadly. But Danny, notice that immediately. Purification means, I'm out. Lacerate.
They knew he was coming. Doom Orbs starting to get stacked up here. We got a jump over from Fenrir. He's trying to stack up those runes as fast as possible. Unchained on cooldown, as you see Thor trying to send out a warning shot. No one feels threatened.
Let's talk about Soul Lane. This matchup has been horrible. 1,000 gold down. Watson is dominating this monkey.
I don't think it has. I think it's maybe wrong of us to try to compare the gods in this point. I just think Watson is just better than Roski. I don't think there's anything else to discuss. It's just he seems to understand the game at a higher level.
Yes, and it's showing as he is not only farming more efficiently, bruising out the other Soul Lane, taking boars, being an overall nuisance, and then he's probably going to come in with the late game carry this one. I mean, his breastplate should be more than done. A three-man taunt.
Oh, the big time! Got the combo! All 3 players getting a ton of damage off, and they're trying for the Khepri again. We've seen this before, but did have his ultimate. He just let himself die.
First blood.
Wow.
CleanUpCrew on the board. This is what they need as Watson actually picks up Danny with a nice little rotation there.
Yeah, not in time will be Roski actually allowing him to get over very, very quickly. And look at this, Vamana killing creeps in the jungle. Might lose some gold to the tower here. I don't think he'll lose much, if any, experience at all as he rotates over.
Yeah, it seems like communication's a little bit off. Roski not able to call it in time. And Danny goes down for that one. And that also is so unfortunate because now Vamana, Watson, is even that much farther ahead compared to Roski. Roski he's down a lot of gold. I mean, that's like over 1,000 gold at this point. That's a lot in the soul lane.
Yeah.
Like that's like you're half an item down, if not more.
When it's Breastplate of Valor, it is the difference between Breastplate of Valor and Silver Breastplate. Exactly.
It's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. It's extra defense, extra mana, and 20% cooldown reduction. Thor clearly not leveling his hammer as he throws out the tickle attack.
Great two-man taunt. Fenrir
Another
jumps in
combo.
and connects. Lycan's forced into the air. Fudge does enough damage.
That's what happens when you take a hammer and you throw it out immediately. Fudge, not in a great spot, jumps in place as he gets picked up from the sky. Barrage, Jeron. Barrage is the ground and earns another kill for Barrage.
It was great rotation out of Rama. Was right under the mid lane tower and just ults over to the mid Harpies, able to pick up Fudge, who I can't believe he jumped in place.
Yeah, that was
Questionable.
It was greedy.
The
Driving
taunts have been
again,
great.
CleanUpCrew looking for damage. Nice combo, Medusa able to follow it up, and Roski comboing it for the kill. Bean getting into his passive, ready to box. Stellar Bird's going to do decent damage as well.
Even though Bean's a little bit behind, the pressure he's putting out right now is so valuable, forcing Jeron back to his lane and just a little bit of poke. It may not be enough to kill and he may not commit to it, but the fact that he's pressuring him to stay in his lane and never rotate again or else your tower's gone. That's the message he's sending out. And as far as these team fights, I want to say zVCobbY has been doing a wonderful job with these taunts. 3 to 2-man taunts setting up for the great Medusa ults. They've been great.
CleanUpCrew, despite being a kill ahead, though, still is behind, as you'll notice, about a 700 gold difference, 1,400 experience as well, as you can see on the graphs on the bottom.
I think that's all soul lane.
Yeah, and a lot of that has to be Watson. I mean, it's 1,000 gold almost exactly at this point. Experience difference is 2 levels. I would say that's all, yeah, pretty much all solo.
Fudge, a little bit of time.
In place again?
3-man stun with the jump into place. Fudge.
Don't do it, Thor.
Yeah, I don't know if he should.
I like that. I love that play. By activating that Athena ult, it forces Thor to choose a different target. That was just so smart.
zVCobbY's been playing on point. So far, compared to last game, his whole early game has been stellar, getting 2 to 3-man taunts, helping out his teammates, setting up the plays, and that's what you want out of support as CleanUpCrew gets the first goal for you of the game.
Here we go. They're back in it. They pick up a beautiful kill on the Janus. They force the ult from Thor. Good teleport from Wukong, and immediately picking it up. Barrage taking a little bit of damage there, as you can see across the board. You'll see they'll actually lose their gold lead by about 700 now.
Danny, 3 levels behind the soul laner. Watson really hasn't been a factor in these team fights yet, but soon as he...
Jeez!
Wow.
Vamana. Blue still hasn't been taken, finally gets picked up. Watson was trying to choose between the kill and the blue. Doesn't secure either.
I like what Roski did there. He was like, while Watson's taking care of my mid laner, I'm just going to get blue real quick. Because I need to get it before he comes back. So you can tell there's a lot of fear when it comes to dealing with Watson. Which is, at this point, he is the saving grace to Barrage as well.
It's an appropriate level of fear, I think. Considering what Watson did in the first game, what he's done in the early game of Game 2, I think this is a rather appropriate response to the way that Game 1 was played.
Looking at 80 carry builds, Rama going for Ickful, no stacking at him. I've seen a lot of different variations of this build. Dev stole boots into like Evo gloves.
How do you feel?
Or it's okay. He's going to go for the boots to Ickful to Aussie, which I think that's more of a European build. I've seen it, a lot of European 80 carries build it. And I definitely don't dislike it. It's a lot of attack speed early. It works out well if you get Kins after, but...
See, I like this build a lot. I think that it holds a lot of early game pressure. It allows you to, it's a really cheap power spike. The issue is that he's paying for a passive to fight into
Soul.
Double magical in that lane.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up.
There's no chance that Soul's going to get any damage reduction.
While the increased physical power is nice, you're not really deducting anything from Soul.
The Polynomicon?
Pretty sure.
Does that work?
It does off your 1. But like, if you're trying to do like Souls 2 into like a burst combination, it's not.
That's not how it works anymore.
Yeah.
So this Polynomicon is likely wasted gold at this point.
I mean, it's still a decent item, but you want something else.
Like, I mean, I would have expected anything else, really. Chronos Pendant probably would have been my way to go here.
I've seen a couple of variations of Adikiri soul builds, but Poly isn't one of them, as we have an engagement in mid lane. Danny taking some poke. Nothing concrete. A disengage as... Whoa, there's the Janus all into soul lane. Fudge forced to disengage there. Lots of disengagements.
Danny, not in a great position with health, has to be very careful here. If Awe finds him out of position, it's going to result in a kill, even with a taunt. I think this will... whoa, going under the tower. Might get another one. Decent damage. Lycan taking a lot. Awe taking a lot as the rotation from Fudge over keeps them safe against any rebound. Vamana rotating in as well.
Probably taking a little bit too much damage. There's the dash in by Watson.
Oh, wow. I thought he was going to go for
I like
Medusa.
how... You notice how when Watson engages, he just makes it from like 0 to 100. Like really quick. Like he's just like blowing up, blows all of his cooldowns.
Did you just say 0 to 100 real quick?
Did I?
Did you just ruin my chat experience?
Did I mean? No. But Fudge actually picks up Jeron there. Great little tower dive. No response out of the red team. Janus was wasted the previous engagement.
That's right. They already locked Fudge down. Fudge went back in afterwards to force the issue. CleanUpCrew doing great right now.
I guess you could say they're...
Stop.
Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't do it.
You just memed.
I shouldn't do it.
Please. My chat experience.
Danny picking up the red buff here. 15 minutes in the game, 5-2. CleanUpCrew with a decent lead as they're up 1.5k gold. A little bit of experience. In fact, the experience is more in Barrage's favor. It's pretty much even, but...
Honestly, CleanUpCrew is up 3 kills, a Gold Fury, and a tower, and they're 1,500 gold ahead?
It should be a lot more.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, you're looking at 2K, 2.5 is where the minimum is. With proper farming, you should be looking at 3K plus like 3,500 to 4,500 experience. And instead, the experience is basically even, and they're barely ahead. I'm going to call it. I think Barrage taking this game.
Yeah, I mean, Watson's been doing a wonderful job. Still 2 levels ahead of Roski. He is finishing his items. Even though our mid-jungle hasn't been doing too much, they're getting their itemization online. The Khepri hasn't really been too much of a factor, but everyone else seems to be just farming, and they're content with this.
Vamana taking a lot of damage. Watson forced to ultimate very quickly. He'll walk away from this one safely, but that was surprising.
Barrage is kind of not really going for any kind of concrete damage. Never mind, Roski gets pulled in.
Combo was dope. Combo was dope.
I like what CleanUpCrew did. He waited for the taunt. Great 2-man taunt to Medusa all. Looking for the pick. Lycan goes down. Fudge taken out immediately.
Yeah, it's actually a strange turnaround. I didn't expect Barrage to find a kill there. Fenrir just overcommitting completely as Bean takes a huge shot off his ult. Wasted. Shell going to be popped in the back line. Janus against 3, it seems. No, it looks like we're going to get a rotation from Jeron. He's going for it. He got those.
The snipe.
Missed one. Missed 2. Needs one.
It's
he
hard.
Didn't take this shot.
It's hard on Xbox.
He got caught. He got caught looking, man. You got to swing at least.
For sure. But, oh, no way. I thought he was going to get
Oh,
it.
the
Misses.
chokes!
No.
Oh, the return? No, here comes Watson, able to get the 1-for-1.
God bless.
I don't know how worth that was. That was hard.
At least Watson came in and was like, all right, let's fix this.
Well, I mean, they did force the issue, plus they pressured them behind the tier 2. This is actually giving Rama a good chance to go for the kill. Fudge in the back line, not actually going to bring Athena all the way forward. Jumps in place for decent damage. Tower still hasn't gone down, and Watson not able to hold it as the sprint gets popped and the tower gets defended.
If I'm CleanUpCrew right now, we got to set everything up off the back end of CleanUpCrew. CleanUpCrew's doing a wonderful job with all these taunts, setting up all the plays, getting multiple man taunts, and he's really setting his team up for victory. The whole early game lead is credited to CleanUpCrew right now with his beautiful taunts. I want to see him get level, like, his second active online.
What do you think it's going to be?
It's hard to say. I mean, we already have a shell on Fenrir.
We got a curse as well on some Wukong.
No, he's getting double curse.
I don't think I mind that, considering you got to deal with that baby somehow.
Don't want to deal with the baby who has 10k gold, so that's crazy.
Look at this, level 19, no second relic from Watson.
Has he backed? Yeah,
I mean, yes, he's backed.
Like, I'm just, maybe
No,
he's
man,
just
he has
waiting.
actually not backed since level 11.
I wouldn't be surprised. Watson's doing everything. I don't know, like, that's insane to not get a second relic.
What do you think that's going to be?
Blink. No, I don't know.
I'm actually... Oh, he's actually backing now. We'll find out in a second. Fudge slightly out of position here. He did hit the Unchained, which means he's coming back up. He'll be able to jump over. It's going to be sprint, by the way.
I like that. I mean, they already have 2 others, but...
By the way, there was a point in time where we were talking about how neither jungler had any damage. And now we look at Thor, 3,000, second to bottom, just above Khepri. And we have Fenrir, Fudge second to highest.
He stepped it up. It's mostly, like I mentioned, off the back end of CleanUpCrew. CleanUpCrew taunts, and Fudge jumps in. And I think that's simple, right? You don't really need to overthink that. Let's jump in. Can we kill? If not, I'll just walk away. And I like that. But
so Thor has a Cloak of Concentration right now. What do you think? Spirit Robe, Mantle of Discord?
Spirit Robe.
Spirit Robe? Just get it done?
The damage mitigation will be pretty nice here, considering he keeps getting taunted. So
I mean, there's taunts, there's everything Fenrir can do. Wukong has a stun and a knock-up. It wouldn't be bad.
Watson taking a little bit too much damage. Fudge is on his tail, but Fudge
Fudgy.
completely CC'd and locked down, and he's dead.
That's pretty much all of his deaths so far. He's just been like slightly out of position, and they just wombo, just go in.
The gas pedal for the gold. Everyone's... Never mind, I thought they all walked over to back together, and I like that. Let's do it as a team. Oh, never mind, the teleports are out. Jeron is starting it. This is 4v4.
I like this. Watson has a great line right now to the front. You're going to see him move up against 3, and auto attackers are really not going to hurt him too much considering he does have that Frostman Hammer. They're trying to press him forward. Eyes on Roski here as he's going for the steal, locking him down as best he can. This is a 50-50 here. Barrage still able to get it, and they're going to take down Jeron in the process, it looks like. A 1-for-0 so far. 1-for-1 as it gets traded. Gold Fury, of course, available for red. So far, a win for Barrage.
Yeah, overall this is better for them, but Danny picking up a kill, but Watson takes out Danny.
Oh, Bean. Bean, you have invoked the wrath of the hardest counter to you in the entire game. You should not have done this. Jumping back in is Fudge, however. Lots of damage coming through. Watson still trying to find the kill. She goes into the corporeal form. Thor, very, very low. Brutalize available soon. And it looks like he'll be out.
Lycan barely able to get out of that one, but Watson still on the chase. He's still a little bit too low, but there's the Janus. Misses the Unstable Vortex, and he's going to get brutalized out of there.
Good old Janus.
I mean, that portal works.
Good old Janus.
Yeah.
Just getting out of there. Barrage winds up losing, it looks like 1, maybe 2, whereas CleanUpCrew lost 2 themselves. Let's take a look at the graphs here after the Gold Fury goes down, and you'll find yourselves scratching your head here with a pretty big win for the CleanUpCrew in the early game. Still a net loss overall for Barrage, or rather in favor of Barrage.
I can't believe that it's even again. Just like I can't believe that it's not butter. Like, that's crazy how
Are you
Barrage...
kidding? I could totally believe it's not butter. It doesn't taste anything like butter.
I never had it.
It's disgusting.
Oh, okay. I won't have it then.
God bless.
But I will say, I can't believe that CleanUpCrew actually, like, yeah, they dropped this lead, and it's mostly through sloppy team fights. Fudge going in way too early. And like I said, they're not following off the back end of CleanUpCrew, and that's going to be the downfall if they were to lose this game. CleanUpCrew needs to set everything up, spoon-feed them kills, and blow purification beads. As Fudge jumps in yet again, he's going to look for an engagement onto Watson, but Watson's just way too tanky.
I mean, my man is 5-0-2 right now. The kid can't be touched.
Like I said, Fudge jumps in, no team follow-up.
Yeah, no team follow-up. There was no team.
Yes.
There was nowhere anywhere near him. My man is playing a different game than the rest of his team right now, and it's costing them the mid-game.
Watson.
Boom! This guy, though, every single time he throws that ultimate out, he's catching big. Unfortunately for him, Vamana doesn't care all that much. Rossi actually getting a kill on the backline onto Jeron. Going to be taking down a 1-for-1 so far. Getting very greedy. Watson, his first death so far, is going to be off a very greedy initiation.
I can't believe Watson went for that. He went out of tower line to stop the tower damage, then went back in. So he set himself up for that, and he couldn't confirm the kill.
He's feeling himself a little bit. It's all right. Sometimes you got to try to make plays, establish dominance.
I mean, like, he's probably like, why can't I carry this team? Because he's doing everything. He's the frontline initiator. He's going in, setting up the plays as Lycan actually gets himself on the board.
Yeah, Lycan gets a big kill there. A nice stun as well, but he misses the hammer. No follow-up, and a kill for Roski as he comes down right into the kill potential for that one. Bean going to walk away. They don't quite get the tier 2 on the side of CleanUpCrew. The game gets closer to even. Go back to the grass, and you'll notice once again, right at the mark.
That's insane.
It's a close game.
Yeah, it's really close. I want to see Fudge more of waiting for his team to go in. He keeps initiating. He keeps going in first. And I think he has the right mindset, but then he keeps forgetting that, hey, I'm all by myself. I don't have a team behind me while I'm initiating. Really just, like I mentioned before, if they go off the back end of CleanUpCrew and Danny, they can probably get some nice taunt Medusa ult combinations, and then that's Fudge's time to shine. Because he does great stuff when he's coordinated, but I think it's a lack of communication. They're not on the same page, and it shows.
Danny's ults have been incredible.
Oh, 3 to 4 man Medusa stone form ults, like every single team fight. CleanUpCrew, 2 to 3 man, taunts, blowing purification beads, and then it's Fudge
that's
just
big.
dies.
He's going to go for the ult, and no use of ultimate or purification from Jeron. His beads were on cooldown for just a little while longer. His ultimate was up, but he didn't quite pull the trigger in time. Fudge coming up big there.
Not like this. Jeron pushed up a little bit too far. No team follow-up. Needs to coordinate better. Make sure that they are more aware of where the enemy team is on the minimap.
Let's see here. CleanUpCrew ready to go in. Danny ultimate cocked and loaded.
Oh, the Thor got Discord, by the way. Or
I'm sorry?
Look at Thor.
Oh, you got Mantle Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Discord.
That's an expensive item, but I guess it's going to work out.
Watson taking a lot of damage here. Should be careful with that bulwark popped. Fudge again out of position, putting his team in danger here as that Frostbite Hammer will pay dividends. Danny going for the ultimate again, finding 3. How does he keep doing this?
Beautiful combination of abilities. Soul's ultimate is available. The great revive there. Lycan gonna live another day as he hammers out. Never mind Roski in the back. Looking to take him out, but he's still living. There's the taunt. No, taken up by CleanUpCrew. Great taunt as Khepri. Oh, is taking a little bit too much damage. There's no way.
Oh, don't go in there. Oh, no, he's right into Soul. No, he's able to dodge it.
No.
She doesn't quite get the damage off. And a beautiful juke.
And great combination with the Janus portal. That was, I'm in awe.
Heh. Going into it, it's going to be Bean. Ton of damage right now with that passive active. Shouldn't take too long here, but CleanUpCrew took a lot of damage himself. Jeron in the back line trying to hold it down. Forced to beads once again, but Janus rotates forward and makes sure that Roski's kept on us. And it looks like, yeah, just barely. We'll get out of there. CleanUpCrew now with the advantage once again to the tune of about 2,200.
The biggest problem there was they started that fight, that engagement in the mid lane off the back end of Jeron. He got ganked in the dual lane, remember? So while he was on death timer, everyone else was like, let's fight middle in a huge disadvantage fight. And even though it looked good because Fudge was out of position again, they were able to set up a great Medusa ult and CleanUpCrew taunt combination.
Roski moving forward to the Gold Fury shows presence and forces the red team back. Fudge trying to do some damage into an impenetrable force here. I don't see why they're going to invest so much into Watson in the back line. You'll notice that Khepri's coming. Danny taking a lot of damage, able to lacerate away. Trying to go for it from the skies. Got him this time. Barrage Jeron with another big win.
That was a great snipe there as red team look to chase down Bean in such a tight spot, but so is Watson taking a little bit too much damage there. There's the Khepri revive, and it's quite a cluster as Fudge gets taken down yet again. Not really with his team. I mean, everyone was on the defensive.
Going in. He's always cavaliering his way to the back line, trying to find some kind of janky kill, and every single time he comes up short. Every time he relies on his team and combos properly, CleanUpCrew comes up big. Every time that Fudge goes off by himself, they lose the fight.
And that's been his past 4 deaths have been him suiciding into the enemy team, and it's unfortunate.
CleanUpCrew, unfortunately, as well, loses his dash, trying to get a steal there and going to lose his life as well. There's no escape here. He likely knows it. CleanUpCrew going to fall. Another big win for Barrage. To the graphs and right back down. The spike brings the game back into the favor of Barrage.
Very back and forth as looks like Barrage setting up for the far giant. Want to get some war control there and force some fights. I mean, Rama, especially this late in the game, can solo it. It's going to be a little bit tough, but can very easily solo it with the help of a tank, preferably the Soul Linner, if Watson decides to go for it, or the Khepri. Watson's been doing a great job kind of being the front line, keeping the back line away. If you notice, Watson just dashes into the whole team and blows his ult and guarantees like 2 to 3 kills every single team fight. So Watson's doing a wonderful job helping Barrage stay in this game, really.
I really wish one of these curses on CleanUpCrew was a girdle. Or whatever it's called, Frenzy.
They have a lot of different relics, but then there's some relics that just don't have, like you mentioned, Frenzy.
Frenzy's just missing, and on a team with 2 ADCs, right? I mean, that's a really important amount of damage. I mean, 10% or 20% damage, you know, roughly?
You're relying on the burst damage of Soul ult only at this point.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, there's some burst damage in Medusa ult, but it's not enough to really, like, it's just more of a CC, I would consider it. Especially this late in the game as people have protections. Fudge doing minor harass onto all. Nothing really special.
Wait. What in the world? What's over the side of the wall? I gotta know. Oh, it's just the mid clamps. Oh, guys, sorry. Unchain's back off cooldown. I got CDR. It'll be fine. And we're back from the listen-ins.
Yeah.
Thor took to the sky, not going to find his mark here. As Watson takes to the back line, this could be really big if he ults now, but he doesn't go for it. No stun this time for Medusa as well as Watson. Taking a lot of damage in the front line. Goes for the heal, but those curses are going. Oh my god.
I don't think he meant that. But I don't think it'll matter. There's no way they could be able to punish him. But meanwhile, all the way in the back line, Lycan so far with Fudge all by himself, yet again taken out. And we have Roski looking to take out the Janus, but there's not going to be enough damage output as he walks away now. CleanUpCrew looking to get some taunts here and there, but Janus portals are too good.
Oh, this time Elexum might be in trouble here. Doesn't really have a way away from this unless Roski misses an auto attack and slows down fruitlessly. Janus once again getting out of trouble.
Here comes Watsky, but never mind, Oxform able to get Roski a little bit out of trouble.
4 people right now in the mid lane for CleanUpCrew, but they don't have a lot of control. Gold Fury not up. No attempts at Fire Giant to be made. 15-15 at exactly 30 minutes. And Barrage still has the lead here. There we go.
Good harass on Danny. Nice double tap.
That's what they're looking for. He's missed so many of those, or he's throwing them out with the hammer not leveled.
He throws them out with the intent of not harassing, I feel like, because he misses a lot of them, and he needs to keep doing that just off cooldown. Just, hey, Danny, here's, take some of this. Boom.
Here's 25%.
Do it 4 times, and you win.
CleanUpCrew going back to the mid lane. We need to see more of these Athena Medusa combos that have been so prevalent throughout this game.
These team fights have been so awkward because they're started off like everyone decides to start a team fight while the rest of the team is not ready for it. And that seems to be the theme this game. It's just, let's go in, let's fight. Oh, my team's not ready. As now they are going to group up Danny completely unaware of what is happening. Taken out completely.
Oh, geez. Even the Spirit Gun right to the back there. Roski does have his teleport available to him, so not so bad. Fudge once again out of position, trying to make a play. Not in a great spot. Barely threading the needle as Wukong, he's going to be forced into his ultimate. He'll get a small amount of his health back, about 25%. He'll come down into danger, though, as CleanUpCrew finally starting to rotate over.
They need to be a little bit more aware, especially in the Fire Giant with no ward control. Danny was completely caught blindsided, as Soul does not have her 3. She's no way to actually get out of this. She has no defensive cooldowns besides her Sanctuary and her ult, and she's down. Watson credited with the kill.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not much you can do against Vamana. I mean, the character just hard counter Soul. Usually you would need Fatalis to do so, but a good follow-up from Awe there ensures the kill.
Yeah, he won Kins, actually, last.
A little bit strange.
No Fatalis either.
Yeah, a little bit strange, but should work out. Oh, we got a 3 versus 5 here. Fire Giant very low. Watch your screen, and there we go. Fudge sacrificing his life for the steal. Roski going very, very deep for this. There's no way he's killing that Thor. CleanUpCrew should be able to escape, especially with that sprint popped. And this Wukong, not in a great spot.
They sacrifice themselves, they blow all their ults, but CleanUpCrew prevent Barrage from actually taking the Fire Giant. And now, will they be able to do anything off it? That's the thing. I don't think, even with the Fire Giant steal, I think Barrage can still at least take some towers. There's so many towers available for Barrage to take. We have dual lane, all the towers are available, and the tier 2s on the mid and solo. So if they decide to actually, push while CleanUpCrew has Fire Giant, I don't know.
Well, Gold Fury's available. Roski starts to rotate over. Medusa's there as well. So him and Danny should have enough damage with this Fire Giant to be able to take this. But why is he backing? Huh. Okay, we have a pause here. Perhaps a connection issue for the Wukong. Roski, a very strange back, considering that was what should have been a free Gold Fury.
Yeah, I mean, they're all gearing up for it, and then Roski's like, I'm out, fam. Like, I don't...
I helped you guys get the Fire Giant. I'm not messing with this tier 1 objective.
I don't do golds anymore. I'm above that. So... Roski completely out of the equation in terms of Gold Fury. Medusa's going to have to solo that.
So, I guess we're back in the game. I was going to say we should talk about feelings.
How do you think Watson's feeling?
Not as good as last game, still good.
8-2-7 with a
Still good.
full Vamana builds. Anything you would change out for that build?
Most certainly. In fact, some of it. I could see the purpose of the Nemean Lion, but I think he'd be better served by a Midgardian male, reducing the attack speed instead of sending some of that damage back. He really doesn't need that. And I probably would trade out the chins for Fatalis just to be able to stick to the soul. You have enough damage to kill her no matter what.
Yes.
And I would like to see her go down. If I'm on the side of Barrage, I want that soul out of the picture ASAP.
Small little grouping. They gotta be. Barrage has to be a little bit careful here. I mean, Firegiant is on CleanUpCrew. At least a couple of the members. Is Watson just dashing willy-nilly, looking for harass onto Fudge.
Oh,
but
Danny.
Danny taking way too much damage, but so is Lycan. Oh, passive Sanctuary popped. Watson gets credited with the kill onto Danny.
And Jeron in the background actually gets the cripple on the Fenrir to stop it. Watson coming right back in. He has the dash to follow it. Oh, nice juke. Fudge in a little bit of trouble here. If he can get away, he needs to not get auto-attacked. Oh, not sure why Watson didn't take the slow opportunity there. He's going to turn right to Soul. Does she have her Sanctuary available to her? She does. She should be safe for now.
Fudge taking a little bit too much damage, forced to jump away. 4v1, Watson just trying to survive. The curse is out. He's taking a little bit of the dash.
Yeah, they got the shells, they got this sprint, they got the movement, they got the control. Does not have his ultimate, however, as you see Fenrir not going to go for the kill. I really thought we were I didn't notice he was back in the base. I thought he was going to be jumping in there because that's what Fudge has done literally every time in that engagement.
Yeah. Thankfully, he decides to let's back up. You know, your boys 3-8. Let's get some health here. How about that?
So they got 2 curses, but there's no Divine Ruin. There's no Brawler's Beat Stick, which I think is very important to
I think
note.
Brawler's is really good, too.
Brawler's real good. 40 damage, 20 power? Or no, 20 pen, rather. That's crazy. It's crazy good. Teleport in the back line. It looks like it's going to be Roski. And you'll notice the team actually sees the teleport coming in. They let it happen. They want to burn that teleport, make sure he can't use it in the middle of the fight. Plus, they take a fair amount of his health away as well.
Good damage coming out.
Oh,
Barrage.
hey.
Janus ultimate a little bit off the mark. Cobby would have taunted to interrupt his back, but Cobby's probably gonna pay for his life. I mean,
Yeah,
he
he's
dashed
dead
into
here.
5 people. I think Cobby's been playing an excellent game until that decision.
My question is, Fenrir is on right getting blue. Medusa's in the mid lane clearing creeps. Who was going to follow that?
Maybe a team miscommunication. Maybe it was a call from the team like, let's get something going. All right, I'm going in. And no one was there. But Fudge is in. This is a 4v5. But Bean actually picks up Jeron immediately. Vamana, Watson's actually taken out too.
Dude, Bean is popping off in this fight, man. He gets 2 big kills right there, taking out the carry, and who is effectively the carry with Watson. Awe in a lot of trouble here. It gets his ultimate off. I don't know if he's going to be able to continue getting away from No, Roski's going to let this... He's going to let this go as Wukong? That's what Wukong does.
The most disgusting part, the most disgusting fact about that team fight, that was a 4v5. Cobby was taken out immediately, like moments beforehand, so they willingly engaged into a disadvantage.
Janus doesn't quite get it. The reset was beautiful by Bean, just barely getting the Gold Fury enough health to survive. Spirit Gun, she just barely dodges. Thor in the background as well, looking for a fall in, not going to go for it, it seems. In fact, he's going to stick into the front, try to help out try to help out the damage under Roski, but Danny, too much. They clean up Janus actually for the 5th time.
Yeah, Fudge actually credited with that kill, and
sprint.
he's able to grab Awe, but no follow-up.
That was a really good sprint activation by Awe.
Yeah. He's been, like, as much as we haven't been talking about him too much, he's been playing lights out in reactively helping his team out during these team fights. The revives have been okay. The relic usage has been splendid.
How do you like the cloak build?
The what?
The cloak build. He's got 3 of the 4 cloaks.
Yeah, just get all the cloaks. It's like when you ever cold at night, and you're under the covers and you're like, I want another blanket. That's what he's doing. It's a little cold.
So, no, man, I don't live in 1940s England where I would want to wear 3 cloaks to keep warm, man. Like, what are you even doing right now?
Struggle, man.
My God. He could build a 4th one. I would really like to see him go for it. Once he finishes up the Magi's and sells that starter item, he goes for that final, what's missing? Spirit Robe.
Yeah. Damage mitigation's always nice to have as Fudge jumps in yet again. Nothing really happening, however. Just trying to get that war control. CleanUpCrew wrestles, and they're able to get that war control that they need for the Fire Giant. I mean, this is probably the game-winning objective if they can win the next fight.
Lots of damage coming out. I don't know how Watson gets away from this one. There are 2 curses available, and neither gets popped immediately. He gets a huge chunk of his health back. They finally do get it off, but you can see, even popping the second one, Watson's chilling right now with that amount of health. Bean getting a kill carry for the carry right there. Only 1 for 0 so far. Getting a beautiful Mantle of Discord pop, but obviously not enough to return. Oh, I don't think he meant to do that. I don't think he meant to take that portal.
Rip.
Oh, and the taunt off the hammer. CleanUpCrew. Dude, I think we might be going to game 3 here. Why are they not going to the Fire Giant? Go to the Fire Giant.
Yeah, the Fire Giant's over that way. Bean's leading the charge.
What are you turning
Never
around
mind.
for?
Where
are you going? Hello.
I'm
All right, Allied, you're the analyst. Please
probably
analyze.
afraid of. I mean, Watson did. He is on the right side, but
Okay.
I think. I'm just cracking my brain, fam. I don't know. But I will say, nice taunt onto Watson. They could blow him up pretty easily.
His dash has been used. Is someone going to cut him off? No, they're going to let him go. They're going to go right for it, right for the Phoenix.
Mid-lane Phoenix push.
Okay, they got 2 hunters.
Yeah, they could do this. As Janus is there.
They got it.
Okay. Yeah. I guess that was. I mean, that's decent because now with this mid lane Phoenix gone, they can set up way easier because now they need someone defending mid out of Team Barrage.
So you're saying a 4v5 is way better to fight than a 2v5?
All right, look. Like, you just got to level me here. It's still good.
Wait, you need to check the levels? Production, can we check the levels?
No, jeez. So, we do have Barrage. They are gearing up again, going to push out mid lane, and CleanUpCrew gearing up for the Fire Giant fight that's been happening all game long.
Caught him. He does have his ultimate available to him. Going to have to pop that now. No curses this time. A wasted soul ultimate as well, as it looks like Watson should be able to get away. His teleport is on cooldown as gets a possible revive off. Jeron very low right now. They're trying to wait this out. Good dodge away, and a nice controlled abduct right there from to ensure Fudge can't rush it down, but even so, Danny finds the return.
Every single team fight, Jeron's been picked off immediately, and now the rest of CleanUpCrew is going to follow and chase down the enemy team, which is Barrage. Tier 2 on the right side, going to be going down. Shell popped. Clean Tier 2.
Wow. Yeah, and their lead, this is the first real lead, I think, of the game. We've been seeing 2K leads back and forth. Check out this. Finally, this gold difference above 4,000, 4,200 right now in favor of CleanUpCrew. And, dude, it's been Roski. Let's take a look at the KDA here. Hasn't died yet.
Yeah, and believe it or not, despite the fact that he got crushed in the Soul Lane matchup, he is doing a great job supporting his team, helping his team out, and being an overall nuisance in these team fights.
If there's going to be a turnaround, Bean just took a ton of damage from the Fire Giant.
Bean
He's
could
forced
die.
in the reset. His beads, with a Sanctuary burned as well?
Yeah, Sanctuary,
wow.
Janus all a little bit off, and actually...
Oh, he juked back.
Gnarly.
He juked back. Fudge in trouble again. I mean, he's out of position. Things are not looking great for CleanUpCrew here as they're losing all of their space control. Hammer not going to be enough. Oh, can Watson chase this down? Does he have his dash? No, he's going to let it go. But
Ox form away.
that's FG.
Yeah. Which is crazy because Barrage, like, they really needed that pick. That was a huge pick on the major. I mean, look at the damage charts. 40k damage, late game soul.
I'm looking at Jeron here. He's in the base, trying to deal with these fire minions. Vamana's going to be forced to do most of the damage here. They're really not going to have a way to kill this FG
I don't know if you would have your AD carry not on Fire Giant, but it looks like Barrage actually just trying to bait a fight out. Watson dashing in yet again, looking for Danny, which I like that, but Sprint popped. Everyone's going to get out very smoothly.
They need to either pick to engage completely or someone has to do the Fire Giant. We have 3 people in the background just doing no damage on the side of red because they're afraid. CleanUpCrew with a small advantage is able to keep this dominance even outside of team fights.
5 seconds till Bean respawns, and then this is when it will be a 5v5 fight. They want to make sure they take their advantage right now. Barely missing the Unstable Vortex onto Danny. Missing everything on Danny's just too mobile as it takes a little bit too much damage. He's poked out there, but Fudge gets turned on, but he grabs Jeron on the way. What is Jeron doing up there? Hello, Jeron!
Oh, he's trying to get in there now. The Spirit Gun hitting 2 gave them a lot of pressure to the front side. Titan getting actually destroyed right now by those fire minions. Being not in a great position, able to bait fairly enough with Lycan, who is going to take an ultimate that might not have been necessary. Stuck out of position. Yeah, the lacerate's available. Lycan getting damaged pretty heavily and will be taken down. Still has his Magi's available to him, but I don't know if he can get out of this.
It's not going to matter. Taken out by Danny. Another wipe. CleanUpCrew get the better end of this as they do have all 5 members available. It should be a free Fire Giant if they decide to go for it. Janus ultimate is available. Actually, it is not available. Take that back.
Here's Watson teleporting to the back line. Not trying to do any damage to the Fire Giant, just trying to be a nuisance. Beautiful dash hitting 3 and disrupting completely, keeping the dream alive over on the right side.
Yeah, he is actually being
Danny.
He might even kill Danny. Danny's dash
Danny's
is
gone.
down. Danny's dead. 1v4.
Just going in. That's what Vamana does. He just picks a target and says, hey, can you move? Hey, do you have Sanctuary? You're dead. And then again, using this dash, hitting 3 and getting out. Kobe's trying to take it. He knows that there's no way.
At this point, I love it. He's out. And that was clean. He stopped him from doing Fire Giant, killed the carry target, which is Danny, and gets away scot-free. That's beautiful, and a perfect amount of time because now Lycan and all are about to respawn within 5 to 10 seconds. In fact, if they take a fight in the next 30 seconds, it's a huge advantage for them because it's a 4v5.
They got to take the power play. With all coming up right now, with Watson already going back to the base and healing up, with the Phoenix having been respawned already, they have to take this power play. If they don't, and they allow this 5v5 to happen again, you got to consider it to go to CleanUpCrew considering the gold difference.
They do need a hot pick, preferably on Bean. I want to see Watson kind of get in there and look for Bean. I want to see him try to kill Bean. I feel like if they can successfully silence Bean in these team fights, they can easily set themselves up for a Fire Giant.
Look at this damage, forcing out the dropship just to get out of there. He's going to come back in and throw some support shots down. Not going to do any damage as Bean is forced to use pretty much everything in the kit to stop himself from going down. And not too bad ult doing a fair amount of damage, but he's out of position. And between Jeron and Watson, someone is falling down.
I think that's the first time we've seen Jeron not die immediately in a team fight. Great knockup, Ox to peel there, but I don't think it's going to be enough as looks like Roski might be going down.
No, Danny! My God!
Danny.
How does he find the... I mean, he's still so dead.
Wait,
actually, maybe not. That was,
no, when he died! No.
I respect the dash.
I do too.
I respect. You would have did it. I would have did it.
Oh yeah, I would have done it a billion times over.
But
no.
Oh, that
like,
hurt.
Looking on it, I'm like, no.
Oh,
Danny.
Mantle of Discord actually winds up popping there and getting him out of danger by stunning both the support and the solo lane. It winds up being a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Barrage, albeit just barely.
These team fights are insane. Very back and forth. Lycan. Fudge actually is just jumping in place. I don't think he...
Oh, man. I think Fudge has done his team a disservice here by going into chin size for his last item.
Wait. No.
I mean, I get that Fenrir can do some boxing, you know, obviously seeing how very strong, but when you have 2 hunters on your team and you then go into auto attacks, like you're just allowing one set of defense.
Those are bad people, Fudge. Bad dog. That's right, get out.
Bad dog.
Get out of there. Taking a little bit too much damage for no reason as, Cobby dashes in to a portal and gets soul revered. It's gotta hurt.
Control, once again, given a red.
Oh, they want Fudge. There's the cripple. He can't jump immediately, at least. Now he can. And forced to all. Looking for all. Magi's pops.
Yeah, pretty big. Lycan in the background. Oh, wow. Bean already taking Janus down. A beautiful rotation and flank through the jungle. Watson coming in to try to hold this down. Immediately goes right into the corporeal form to stop the rush from Vamana and then repositions himself in a place of power. This Fire Giant dance has been going on for what seems like 15 minutes.
What I will say, the funniest part of that all started because of Fudge getting caught out. And Fudge baited everyone into this fight. Now,
the conditioning.
Barrage forced to run away. Sprint is popped. Everyone on the defensive. 4v5.
That's another one.
Medusa ult doesn't quite connect, which is like the first time Danny hasn't had to go.
Oh, Danny!
Into his death.
He just got blasted. There's no escape here. He needs peeling, and there's no peel to be had unless someone body blocks Watson. Oh, and they
Great
do
body
pretty
blocks.
successfully. Lycan
That
gets the
double
double tap. Oh! Finding them. Coming up big.
He really needed that, even though he does die to Fudge here. Fudge, however, is going to drop Watson, trying to turn this team fight around. Being all by himself now, no peel to be had. Being taking a little bit too much damage. Jeron credited with the kill. And
Watson wants this. Watson definitely wants this. Slows. There's the slow. There's no way he gets out of this unless he ultimates. And yeah, he's going to have it.
Wukong ult available. Able to kind of dash away there. By the way, he hasn't died yet. 4-0-15 Roski.
Part of 19 kills.
Yeah, he's been around.
But you got to look at Watson here. A part of 23 of 27. A much better ratio.
Oh, the Janus ult. Everyone's just going to rush the fight. I like this, especially this late in the game. It's 48 minutes. Blow this giant up. And they're just going to go for it. And I dig
Athena,
this play.
Hello? Athena, there is one relevant point of interest on the map right now that you need to be paying attention to, and you might be a little bit late to the party. If she was here a bit early, there was potential for steal, but a beautiful combo by all locks her down, gives a fire giant to 4 of 5 members, the only one of which was Lycan, who probably needs it the least.
Yeah, his setup and utility is valuable regardless, but now Barrage looking for a pick onto zVCobbY or
no ult.
onto Roski. He does.
Ult?
Actually, no.
What?
Way.
How did
Yeah,
you get that?
Right.
CDR. Oh my god. Danny, oh no, not finding anyone that time. Roski able to jump away, and a nice portal, but not quite in time. Mid-tier 2 still available as they're taken to the backline. Fudge trying to do a lot of damage. Actually winds up burning down Elexum, and yeah, that attack speed came in handy.
Fudge jumping in. The Athena ult is on him all, taking a little bit too much damage. A little bit early of a Khepri revive,
The
but
Mantle of Discord, man. Just doing work this game.
great taunt all taken out, and it looks like, I feel like Barrage just went a little bit, they were too excited after finally getting the fire giant. I get it, it's so late in the game, but now they lost half their team, and that's not fun.
We got a potion coming out from Danny. Rushing down. Was that a 3K pot?
I think so. Yeah, it is. It is.
That's a 3K pot. So damage going to be very, very high as they're going to go for the bird. Already crippled at half health. You're going to see it get burned down immediately. Do they go for the win here with the 2-man power play? No. They're going to try to play the safe route and go for right side Phoenix without Fire Giant.
Beam taking so much damage. Sanctuary popped immediately on the defensive. Watson jumping in all by himself. Oh.
Mantle of Discord.
Not enough.
Yeah, look at this. Lycan forcing them away. Shots from the sky to the back line. Doesn't quite get it. Fudge will survive for now. And to the Phoenix, it looks like the ire turns.
This Phoenix is under siege right now. CleanUpCrew looking to take it out. They're going to get it. 2 Phoenixes down for Barrage. And what looked like such a great advantage for Barrage after the Fire Giant is now turned against them. Watson looking to chase down Danny. Danny all by himself. The Janus portal's there. Great.
Oh my god. Can you please?
Oh. He even takes someone. I'm just. Oh no.
Dude, Elexum just got back. He just spawned. He's like, what's the fastest way off this map, fam? I'm going to go through this portal, and I'm going to eat this stone gaze. Watson against 2 here, trying to rush down Soul. Vamana versus Soul is pretty much a guaranteed win. We'll find another one. zVCobbY has actually already burned his dash. In the backline, Fudge looking for something big. Dashes in, and it's going to be Jeron that he targeted. I don't know if Jeron gets away unless he chooses the wrong target. The Brutalize hits Thor instead of Rama, and he puts himself in a bad spot.
He could still chase us down. Remember, this is full CDR. Fenrir, the
jukes.
slow is down. Watson dancing away, but the Brutalize can stay on the same target. Can he hit it? Thor, oh, great peel. I love what he did there.
Wow.
Lycan, I love what you did there, bro.
He goes in, gets the stun, and then immediately just dips out. Roski, though, not willing to let this go, unfortunately, is going to have to. Hammer comes off a cooldown and right out of there. Man.
I like the sound.
You good?
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm having a great time spectating and casting this game because this is very back and forth. 52 minutes, 31 to 29.
God bless.
And really, like, I want to say it's in CleanUpCrew's favor, but it can go either or. It doesn't matter.
They got the 2 Phoenixes, which is very important, but there's only a 2K difference at this stage of the game. And with Danny dying and dropping a 3K pot, to my knowledge, it's even.
What Barrage needs to do right now, push out mid and soul lane, push it out all the way, look for picks. They've actually been doing a pretty decent job on the picking game. It's really on the back end of Jeron. Jeron has been getting picked a lot these fights. Very early on, he gets picked off, the team fight goes sour, and he's not been having a good time with Rama. Also, his ult's been a little bit off, but with respect, it's so hard on Xbox. Have you tried Rama ult on Xbox? It is impossible, sensitivity-wise, as CleanUpCrew actually gets his goal here.
Well, almost. There it goes.
Yeah.
She has a lot of health in the end game. And we're
Yeah, people sleep on that. It's like a million.
We're 53 minutes into the game right now.
No man's land.
Not sure what they're doing, or why Roski decided to take about a fourth of his health.
I want to take damage.
I can see this third or half of his health missing coming back to haunt them as they go into this Phoenix.
It could be his first death. He hasn't died yet, and I feel like he's been just the fact of him staying alive each fight is a big nuisance for Barrage. They can't really push anything off that.
Thor's in the sky, has an opportunity here, gonna hit 2, and the Spirit Gun to the back takes Soul off the map. Danny does not come up big this time. It's already a 1 for 0 and an 80-second respawn for the carry as Fudge gets taken down as well.
Janus pulling up big this time. The chase is on. Taunt is good. Stop Watson from chasing down Danny. Roski, like you mentioned, first death, and it's a triple to Elexum, who made, I think that's the game-winning play. You can't, there's no way they could really lose this. I mean, it's Danny and CleanUpCrew, and that's a support. It's not going to be enough damage output to stop 5 people.
And look at the timers. I mean, 50 seconds on Bean, 58 seconds on Fudge, still over a minute on Roski. Dude, I think they're about to hold that.
I mean, I could get a drink, come back, and they'll still be respawning.
That's not true. The kitchen's really far from here.
Yeah, okay.
Watson just took a lot of damage, but he's giving his team an opportunity. Mantle of Discord doing some decent damage, forcing Beads away.
I mean, I don't dig the dash into him there, but Left Phoenix has response for Barrage. All their Phoenix are up, so have a little bit easier time defending. They could try to end here, especially if we can get a pick, but...
30 seconds?
Never mind. There's too many towers available to need to push down dual lanes.
Yeah,
so.
I think if they just actually go to solo and just take down this tier 2 before they back, I mean, look how crippled it is. 1,500 gold, probably not going to be great health. What's up?
Fire Giant is available too.
Oh, that's right. You're right. So back and heal. Back and heal.
Let's just get this Fire Giant, push down the dual lane side.
And look at Thor. He pushed up the right side to guarantee the Phoenix respawn. Can we see the creeps in the right lane? Can we do that on Xbox? We can if Elexum walks over. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, Elexum.
And no, fire creeps are done.
It's good. I mean, Barrage needs that. Phoenixes are in a weakened state, but there's no threat of the back door.
So if they're in a weakened state, that means they have 667 health?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was a good joke.
That was good.
That was a good joke.
That was good.
Watson by himself against 4. Going to ult a little bit early. Expect the curses to come out. Not healing for as much as he'd like. Spirit Gun again. Oh, Bean was inside the Corporeal. Oh my god.
Bye, Danny. This is late game Janus for you. This is why this character is so amazing. Late game being able to one-shot Danny, taking out the whole squad. Lycan in the Khepri ult.
Beautiful.
Back to half health. That's really important.
I love the way that Lycan played that. He knew that he had the tower aggro. He saw that he might not be reset if he got off it. So he just steps into the tower again, maintains the aggro and the damage, and just allows himself to resurrect to half health. Fudge jumping away here in the back line. Roski going to try to jump into 5. I don't know if this is the right decision. He doesn't have a lot of health here. He's used the Ox form. He's stunned. He will go down. His second death might spell the end of this game. Fire Giant be damned. They're going to go for the bird.
They could easily end with this. 3 people down yet again. This time, CleanUpCrew and Bean being the only ones alive, and they are the heavenliest pop, the sprint. Everyone has movement speed. They want it.
Is it serious? Are they going to get this? Spirit Gun through again. Bean already kind of low. Wow, Titan taking a lot of damage here. All going down, still have a few. They're trying to make this defense. Nice taunt, but not in time. And a huge comeback from Barrage will end the set and the day.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Very back and forth. CleanUpCrew, they had leads. They just couldn't really win with
Actually,
it.
I like they had 2 Phoenixes down. They were going up the left side, and then Elexum, just huge Spirit Gun, captures 2 major hits, taking 1 completely off the board.
Janus late game.
And they just rushed it, man. That was it.
That's why I could see why they're like, yeah, let's first, second pick this instead of Khepri.
That was clean. That was clean. Barrage's game 1 was very clean. The game 2 was a little bit sloppier, but considering how well the team performed, given the fact that Medusa was hitting these insane ults.
I think Watson was clean.
Yeah.
He was easily like the best player, and it showed. He did wonderfully dominating the soul lane, and he was such a force to be reckoned with in the team fights. He kind of ran around, and
You guys did not do well today.
that's not us, man.
What are you talking about?
It can't be.
Yeah, you
Because
guys.
we're envious, not envy. It's just
So, what's your Twitter?
okay. No, come on, man. No.
You're losing first round today. World champion Xbox lost first round today.
No. But that's in Europe. Like I don't want to be there.
Oh. Not touching that. That does it for us today. Tomorrow, you'll see the other forecasters. I'll be out tomorrow. For the North American side of things, there's a lot more, I think, established talent in the North American side of the Xbox scene.
Yeah, it's a lot more stories to go over. Lots of roster changes, and it should be cool. I'm excited, and you guys will definitely see me tomorrow casting.
I'll be out tomorrow. I'm heading to California. Monday, make sure to check out the Geek and Sundry channel on Twitch. I'll be there playing Smite with Michelle Morrow. Just having a good time. We'll be giving away a bunch of stuff. But that is the last of you'll see of me until Monday. I'm sure a bunch of you are joyed about that.
And you guys will see me tomorrow.
God bless. We'll be back then, guys. Make sure to tune in. It should be a lot of fun. Good night.